Hello and welcome to the 20th episode of Lost Art of Conversations with your host Joe
and Paul.
Before we start, let's make sure everyone knows where to find us on social media. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Lost Art of Conversations and on Twitter at Lost Art of Convo. You can search us by our podcast name wherever you listen to your podcasts and on YouTube. Just remember to follow us and subscribe so that you get instant notification when a new episode drops. Today's episode is called Paul Tells All.
Everything.
So, Paul, all I got to say is tag, you're it.
My turn?
Yeah.
So the last episode, 19, it was entitled Joe Lets You Know. So now this is Paul Tell All.
Yeah.
So basically, we're going to see what I've been doing for the last 9.5 months because that was the last period of time before the last episode.
So shouldn't we just call this podcast a shitload?
I think we should, yes. So you know what though? There may not be as much as you think.
Okay.
Because a lot of things just drag on.
They drag on.
They suck the life out of you.
Yeah. Under construction. How may I help you?
That's right. Yeah, under construction. So the last episode we talked about what Joe was up to over the last few months, and we had also said that February 23rd, 2023 was the last episode before the previous one that we posted.
23.
23. Look at that.
23. Yeah.
Because I looked on our YouTube post. It was 23.
Yeah.
Wow, nice. And it was 9.5 months. Yeah. So now we are catching up. Joe told all in his last episode. Yeah. And now I'm going to tell you guys what I was up to, what I've been up to.
I'm pumped.
So first of all, and I made a point of this. Yeah. We've been through 3 seasons since our last episode. What
do you mean 3 seasons?
Since episode 18, there's been 3 seasons. There was 4 almost. There was winter.
Season. Okay, I was thinking like NBA seasons, like hockey seasons.
Okay, you got to stop thinking about sports all the time. Yeah. So it was winter, spring, summer, fall, and it's now winter again. Yeah. So it's a good transition point. Yeah. Anyway, so we did that, and in the last episode we mentioned that we went to Barbados. Yeah. So this was in the summer in July, around that time, and we had a lot of fun. There was a lot of, you know what? When we go on vacation, I feel a little bit stressed, to be honest. But it's supposed to be a stress relief, but the leading up to it,
leading up to it, 100%.
Yeah, it was a little bit stressful, and there was a few fun things that happened beforehand, and you have to listen to the last episode in order to hear what those were. So check that out. Yeah. But yeah, it was a lot of, I don't know what it is. Like my wife loves to plan everything. I'm sure everybody does. It's like meticulously planned, what we're going to wear, what we're going to bring, everything. Yeah. And I'm kind of the same way, more or less. I do it at the last minute. Yeah. But it was fun because, it's the whole getting there process that stresses me.
It's also because the kids, right?
It's the kids. And you know what? It's like when you're by yourselves, which I don't think we've been on vacation since before the kids. Yeah. But when you're by yourself, it's much easier. You just walk onto the plane. Yeah. But when you have the kids, it's like you try to walk onto the plane and it doesn't happen. No. There's so many things. Yeah. You got to wake them up in the morning. And it's like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning to get to the airport. Yeah. And you want to be on time. And then this and that and that. And there's so many things that happen. Regardless, you have a good time when you're there. Right? Yeah. So, and a few things happened there that I still remember, which was kind of cool. Yeah. So this was the first thing that we actually did since our last episode, more or less. Yeah. And the crab incident in the dinner time. So we were having dinner. It's like a nice cliffside dinner.
Yeah.
Nice restaurant.
Yeah.
Not too many people. It's a nice restaurant. Yeah. And all of a sudden we see this crab walk in.
Yes, I remember now.
From wherever they come from. Yeah. And there was one. Then there was many of them that come from the sea. Yeah. But it's like a 150-foot cliff.
I know.
And we asked the waitress, and she's like, "Well, they climb up the cliff."
That's pretty crazy.
But like, where are these crabs? Like, do they need to climb up the cliff to get food in the restaurant?
I know. Like, what are they? What's the point of it?
What's their purpose of doing that? There's probably food in the water on the beach somewhere, right? They got to climb up a 150-foot cliff. Yeah. Anyways, that was pretty fun.
Must be a crabby life.
It was a crabby life. But I think that was further along in the vacation. At that point,
that was, you know what? That was
exhausted.
That was on the 21st.
Also, it was almost done then.
Yeah, July 20th.
We stayed for the 15th.
Because it was Josie's birthday.
That's right.
Yeah, we went to that restaurant.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, the food was good and all that.
It was good.
But, you know, on vacation, you basically just chill out by the pool. And then we went to that beach on the other side of the island.
That was nice.
I basically fried in 5 minutes. Because I said, I'm not going to wear sunscreen because the sun's not strong.
Like, Paul burnt the back of his legs.
So
as he was walking.
It was walking.
Not lying down.
No. It was crazy because we were literally, we were like, let's go for a walk on the beach.
Yeah, that's it.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
I came back and you don't see it then. You see it later.
Yeah.
And it was like, what's going on here?
It's like
right?
to be continued.
To be continued. We just basically have baked. But the craziest part of that was that guy that he came up to us. It was towards when we were about to leave almost. Yeah. And this, they sell stuff on the beach.
Oh, gosh.
So there's this guy.
I'm annoyed just thinking about it.
I forgot the guy's name, but
I wouldn't even know about
there's the guy that comes up to us, and he's like, "Let me clean your legs or your feet." And we're like, first of all, I had nothing to do with that.
No,
I
didn't
up,
either.
Me and you stood up.
This is the problem.
No, it's not gonna happen. Yeah. So this guy comes up. Okay, he's got to make money. I understand. Different people, they gotta work. But they're like handling the wives and the kids' feet.
Yeah. And legs. I was very uncomfortable. And
legs. Basically it's like an exfoliation scrub down. Yeah. The problem is there was no cosmetics or nothing. There was no, I don't know what you usually use. He put like water and sand.
Yeah.
And he just rubbed down the feet and the legs. That was very uncomfortable, to be honest. And then when you give the guy a little bit of money, whatever.
He wants more.
They want more. They're not satisfied. But it was a lot, right? It was like, okay, like what?
The thing, okay.
And he said he's been doing it for 12 years or something.
I was really upset.
I felt scammed, to be honest.
I felt scammed. And it wasn't even, you know what it is? It's like, it's the fact that they like, I don't know. It was very aggressive.
It was aggressive, right.
Right? There was other people that were trying to sell things and do stuff, and they weren't as aggressive.
No.
And then it's like they start doing it, and it's like, oh, well, you could do 1 foot, 1 leg. You got to do the other. And then, like, they make it seem like... And on top of that, he even started drinking, like, one of the water bottles. He took, like...
Yeah, he took one of our
water bottles.
Yeah.
And then, like...
That's
we ended up
nice.
And the thing that upset me, too, is that we ended up paying this guy, or, like, the wives did, whatever. And, like... This guy like ended up walking away with more money than like the tip we gave the guy that was helping us the whole time.
All day. The guy was with us all day.
And the thing is that like I'm not saying that like we gave him a good tip too, but this guy made even more because he scammed.
Yeah, and that's what kind of was aggravating. And you go on vacation this is what my point is. Yeah. You want to be relaxed.
Yeah.
But then it's like you want to go to a different beach or an excursion, and I just know somebody's going to try to scam you.
Yeah.
Because of it, I was hoping that nothing, nice and relaxing, but that you just, in the back of your mind, you're like, okay.
Yeah. It's going to happen.
You might as well just put your money on the table because somebody's going to scam you in some way, right? It's just like, but anyways, it was a good trip.
Yeah.
And that was kind of a good start to the summer, I guess, if you will. Usually, I could talk about, we have a cottage, so we go to the cottage once in a while.
Yeah.
Last summer, we went a lot more times than this summer because this summer, every weekend, there's always something, right? Weddings, summer parties.
Stuff happens.
Something. People coming over. So you kind of want to go there.
Yeah.
And then you're not allowed because there's so many things that happen. Yeah. So, we go there a few times and spend a couple weekends there. But I think we literally went like 3 times. So like when we bought this place a few years back, we're like, okay, we're going to go all the time. And we're going to invite people up there, whatever. And then it's like the first year we went all the time.
Yeah.
Second year it tapers off. Third year it's like 2 or 3 times. Now what's going to happen this summer, next year, let's say. So I'm kind of thinking like, what am I doing over there, right?
Yeah.
So we renovated one cottage.
Yeah.
We renovated the cottage. And it's like, okay, so rent it out, go there. If you rent it, then it's like...
What if someone wrecks it?
What if someone wrecks it? Or it's like, what if I want to go there? So it's very inconvenient. It's very stressful, Joel.
Paul, I understand.
Right.
100%.
So it's just something that, we like going, but it's like, okay, something to do in the summer that's...
Well, the thing is that you've invested into it.
Right. You invested time and money and all that stuff.
And the thing is that like, especially because you're a hands-on person, whatever, right? Like the investment is even your own like care and time, right?
Yeah,
because
it's sweat equity.
Yeah.
Right? You're putting in the work yourself to do whatever, right? And you kind of want to
enjoy it.
But people are like, oh, we love our cottage, love it. Every time you go there, it's work. That's what I find. It's great because you got to fix something. You gotta, if people are coming over, you got to do stuff, right? And it's a lot of stuff.
Like
right?
the thing. Okay, so the thing
it's
is that I think like the problem here is the terminology. Like we got to stop calling cottages cottages.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah,
okay? It's a house.
Yeah, it's a house. It's another house.
It's a house.
They got to maintain.
What difference does it make? Yeah. Why do you have like it's a cottage? What, because it's on the water?
Yeah,
at the end of the day. It's a house.
It's a house.
So anything that you would have to do with your house,
and then some,
you would have to do there.
Yeah, and then some.
Yeah.
If your cottage is not winterized, every time I go to open the cottage, something
there's an
bursts.
issue, like a broken wall from a rock.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Right? I saw that on your Instagram, and I'm like, holy crap! I called Paul right away. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. So the cottage is at the bottom of this cliff kind of thing, and there's granite rocks there. Yeah. So we go there, and we're like, okay, gonna clean up whatever. I see this massive boulder that must have fallen down from the top of the hill and smashed into the garage area at the bottom. That's pretty scary, man. If somebody was there,
I know it could have been a big issue.
Or it could have like piled right through that place, right? So that's kind of freaky.
So you got like rocks that are falling from the top.
Yeah.
Then you've got like, trucks falling in the water.
Oh my God. You brought that. You know what? I didn't even write that down, but that's a good transition. But like, I don't want to say who or what or whatever.
But the point is a vehicle that Paul had.
So we have this truck, and I'm not going to say too much about it, but
of course.
Basically, you guys can put it together.
Yeah.
So pickup truck carrying Sea-Doos backing into the water.
Yeah.
Truck goes fully submerged into the water because of some mechanical failure, and trucks are right off. Sea-Doos are floating. Trailer's gone.
Yeah.
Everything's gone.
Yeah.
That was an event that happened, and it was like 2.5 hours north.
Yeah, exactly. So
like that's like a meme or something.
It's huge.
It's huge.
I remember you coming over. My house is under construction. We're in the garage. We're talking about all the stressful things that we're dealing with. And then he's like, man, I don't know if I told you, but like
what after
one of my trucks just got submerged underwater. I'm like, what?
What after the next?
What?
Yeah, and honestly, that was, I don't know what it was, but I kind of laughed at first. Because I'm like,
laughing when you were telling me.
Because one of my guys told me.
You were in suspended disbelief.
One of my workers told me, basically. And I found out because it was somebody that we know or whatever. But anyways, I was like, what? I was suspended disbelief. Really? Because I was frozen, shocked and appalled.
Yeah.
Right? and I was driving back from my cottage.
Yeah.
When I was told that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay. Like, here we go.
Here
right?
we go. I know.
Another thing, right?
Another thing.
From I'm not trying to sound stressful for every situation.
But this is a reality.
But these are reality, and things happen, and it's how you look at them and how you perceive things.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully, I'm trying to perceive them nicely.
Yeah,
but how they work. Because this is a good transition to the next topic, which would be the renovations that are ongoing.
Renovations.
So Joe and myself, we're both undergoing renovations at the same time. Now, I started mine before.
Yeah.
And now we're talking, if it's December now, I started last August 2022. It's been a year and a few months.
I'm stressed for you.
Right? So we thought, okay, I'm going to do a simple renovation. I had a solarium in the back. It was leaking. I'm going to tear it down.
Yeah.
I'm going to rebuild it.
Yeah.
And that's it. Then plans inflated. Like a lot.
Yeah.
And I said, just that thought alone stressed me out. Because as we were, first of all, when you do a renovation, there's so many things that are unseen or unforeseen, especially cost, timing, everything like that. So, to tear something down and to rebuild it is a lot of work. It doesn't take like 3 months. It's been over a year. But you think one thing, you're going to do one thing, and then plans change, and you want to do more. And then I find that when everybody does like finishes or stuff like that, the interior works, it's just like, anything goes.
Yeah.
Like you can take forever to do cabinetry. You could spend everything, right? A lot of money to do things. And it's like, what's going on, right?
Yeah.
So that's a lot of stress, right?
It is.
And if you want to see it, I posted on my Instagram and other social media, but you can follow along.
Yeah.
But that's, it's a lot of things are happening. There are a lot of moving parts, but so Joe is doing this at the same time.
I don't know
right?
how you're doing it.
And all I remember is, you calling me up, you're all stressed out, and I'm very calm.
Yeah.
Because I do this for a living.
That's true.
And I've been doing it for like 25 years.
And that's what I keep saying to him. I don't know how you do this for a living.
No, honestly, like 25 some odd years, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, nothing phases me anymore.
Yeah. Because
so it's like, oh, the guy didn't do this or whatever. I'm like, okay, it's what it is. It happened. What are you going to do, right? But again, it's like, it always happens the same for every job.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? Why is it like in the industry, it's like, the trains are going to be late. They're not going to deliver on time.
Yeah.
Why not? Oh, it's going to go over budget because of this, that. Why?
But why? Why do we have to lower the expectations?
Well, that's right. But it's every single time.
You know what? It's like this in everything, though, Paul. Like, I'll tell you the same thing about teaching, right? Like, teachers will be like, don't expect to for the students to hand in their work. Don't expect, don't expect to get the support of this from this person.
Are we to have lowered expectations?
That's what I'm saying.
In life in general, like
I don't like that. I don't like that either.
I have high expectations, but then you get high. If something happens, you get a crash mentally.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's like, oh, I was expecting this and that's not going to happen.
So that's what everyone's constantly telling me is that I got to lower my expectations.
No, but I don't like that.
I don't either.
No, what you have to do is you have high expectation, but expect things to go wrong. That's counterintuitive. You have high expectations, but you assume that there's going to be problems that happen.
Yeah.
And how you deal with them are very important, because if you let them get to you and destroy your mentality, it's not going to be good.
Yeah.
But now I assume, like I've said this a few times on certain other places, but if I wake up and there are no problems, there's a problem.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it. Because I know if I go to my office, one of my employees are going to say, oh yeah, you got to come here. Look, guess what happened today? Or look what happened over here.
It's like me, right? Like same thing with me. Like if I'm going to I'm sure everyone will agree. If you're calling up like Rogers or Bell for cell phone stuff,
forget about it.
You expect stupidity.
Forget about it. Yeah.
Right?
I had to cancel. That's calling up somebody, for example. I had to cancel a trip recently.
Yeah.
We were gonna go down south for a few days, but anyways, and it's impossible. We booked it with points. It's impossible to get points back. And you know the cancellation policy?
It's BS.
Honestly, it's BS.
Yeah.
So on Expedia, I'm gonna let everybody know this because I told the guy I'm gonna tell everybody because I was very
good.
upset on the phone and I hung up on the
guy.
I'm like, I have to cancel a trip because of unexpected circumstances and whatever. I let him know what they were, whatever. Sir, have you recently lost your job? I'm like, no, I just told you what happened.
Yeah.
Right? He's like, okay.
They have a script.
They have a script. He's like, okay. Are you in the military or a member of or in the medical profession? I said, no. He said, well, it doesn't really cover much else. I'm like, so why did I pay like $200 per person or whatever, $40 per person, not $200, to get this extra insurance? Well, it is cancellation if these events happen. I said, who's going to do, the general public does not have that.
Yeah, exactly.
So what are you giving me here? And I got very upset on the phone. I hung up and I'm like, I got to tell everybody.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But the credit card should have insurance as well for cancellation. So I called the credit card. And, they're like, no problem.
Oh, okay.
Call Expedia, cancel it, call us back, we'll reimburse your points. I've been trying to get a hold of somebody for like a week and a half to reimburse the points because it was a lot. It was like $2,500 worth of points.
Yeah,
and that's a lot to rack up.
Sure.
They still haven't done it. And so I finally get a hold of one guy and he's like, oh, they're already processing it. You're going to get it back soon. Just call the Visa just to confirm.
Call the next person.
Yeah. I called again. Nobody answered. I'm like, forget. The next available whatever is 30 minutes. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna wait online for 30 minutes.
Paul,
I still don't have the points back, and it's pissing me off because I tried 50 times. And then what do you do? Give up? Because then if you call them a month from now, they're gonna say, well, that was last month. They're not gonna remember.
Deal with it. Yeah.
You can't. No, we can't deal with it. Sorry, sir. You're past your time frame. Whatever. That's very stressful, right? So, on top of all this other crap that happens, right? But I mean, there are good things.
Yeah, of course.
Like renovation, it's good. You know, it's always stressful for a lot of people, and you know, I'm in the business and and I'm stressed out, right? Because I'm not only doing that, there's also the business as well, right? And it's just, you know, one thing after the next, but you just got to manage it somehow, right?
The managing part is hard because I was like, when throughout this thing, like, you know, we're talking about renovations, right? Like, you know, my house was being renovated and like, I have no clue about that kind of stuff. And like, so on a day-to-day basis, I was stressed out because I was like, somebody's telling me
you
this.
You said that with a lot of stress.
People are asking me questions. So do you want to go ahead with this, or maybe you should do this? I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's funny.
Right? Like, no, I gotta be honest, right? Like, I'm not a hands-on person. I don't know that kind of stuff. So I had to, like, you know, go to Paul, go to my dad, ask people questions, whatever. And then it's like, you're waiting on this. And then like, and I'm thinking in my head, like, I got Paul helping me with this. If I had to deal with this on my own, I would lose my mind.
I know, it's a lot of moving parts with anything.
Too many.
Because it was the whole house, basically, right? It's not, if you're just doing like, oh, I need to do the bathroom, just going to renovate a bathroom, that's one thing. But when you're doing like the whole house or putting an addition or whatever it is, it's a lot of headaches, a lot of stress.
And again, Paul, we have high expectations.
Exactly.
So like my dad, he has high expectations.
Exactly.
So like when he was observing some of the people doing what they were doing, like he was like
ready
to get physical.
Even my dad's the same thing.
Yeah. Because he's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. My dad will hover over somebody.
Yeah.
And especially landscaping, because that's what he used to do for a long time. And he'll once they're done, first of all, he'll poke at them the whole time.
Yeah, that's what my dad does. Yeah.
When this is done, he'll redo it. Yeah. Because it's not the way he wanted it. It's ridiculous.
I'm not
crazy.
Okay, listen, I'm not going to name names, but at one point during this whole operation, like somebody was doing something they weren't supposed to do.
I may know who that is.
Somebody was doing something they weren't supposed to be doing. My dad's like, what are you doing? And then the guy's like, you know what? If you don't stop getting into my business, I'm going to leave. My dad goes, there's the door. Go, leave. There's the door.
That's funny. But it's true. Because if it's not done properly, listen, we do the same thing.
Oh, my God.
You have no idea on site, like all these, there's always arguments everywhere. It's like, I wish people would just do what they say and say what they do, right?
It's crazy.
It just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, and I have to give Paul credit because, like, what he's doing with his house, like, is not even comparable. Like mine, like it was like mostly like we gutted most of the house, like except for the basement. But even there, we did some work, whatever. But like Paul, like
inflated.
He like removed walls, exterior walls,
structural walls came down.
Yeah, he dug. There was water where there wasn't supposed to be water.
There was cement where there wasn't supposed to be.
There was cement where there was supposed to be cement. So like that was huge.
When my dad swears at the world, when he says, "I've been doing this for 60 years. I've never seen anything like this in my life." Yeah. You know something's wrong.
Yeah, something's wrong. Yeah,
something ain't right.
Yeah,
but it's a process. It's almost half done. Yeah. It's never done.
Yeah,
it's never done. But I find that with housework in general, even if you're not renovating, there's always something to do. Yeah. And that's, it's just part of life, right? It looks like home ownership. But the other thing, so all of this stuff coming down, plus like, I have my company and my business partners, whatever, but we started another company that I have an office now. It's downtown.
Yeah.
And it's just, a lot of moving parts and everything. So a lot of things are happening, right?
Yeah.
So I guess I got to the point where maybe my body broke down or something.
You think? Because
all of a sudden, one day, I feel like you know how you're itchy, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm itchy. Nothing. Didn't see anything. Didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Next day, more itchy. Day after, a little rash on my stomach area right here, like just below the chest right there. Yeah. I'm like, okay. So it starts to form a rash. I'm like, okay. I asked my wife, I'm like, well, did I eat something? Did we eat something? Am I allergic to something? Maybe I'll take
stress.
So I took some what are they called? Benadryl or whatever it is, right? Inflammatory.
Maybe like you're allergic to dogs all of a sudden.
Yeah, it got worse.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the
With
hell
the Benadryl, yeah?
It got worse. I'm like, what the hell is it? So
So
this was like, it's not good, not a good sign. So the next day I go to I'm like, you know what? Let me go to the walk-in clinic.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, go to the walk-in clinic and, you wait there for a friggin' hour.
Yeah.
Anyways, go and see the doctor. As soon as he looked at it, he goes, I know what it is. I'm like, what is it? He goes, it's shingles.
Shingles.
I'm like, what do you mean, like the roof? No, it's like shingles.
Yeah.
So anyone who doesn't know what shingles are, it's like a rash. It can happen anywhere. And it's it gets worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
It's like a nerve. It's triggered by your nervous system.
Yeah.
So apparently, if you've had chickenpox before,
it's lingering
in your life, you have the shingles virus, and it hangs out in your body forever.
Lingers.
It lingers.
Yeah.
Let it linger.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
And it hangs out on your spinal cord, believe it or not, in different regions of your spinal cord.
Yeah.
So it can happen anywhere along that. And then if you have extreme stress or what, like I didn't think I was that stressed, or I didn't even think about it because I'm pretty calm most of the time. And it just triggered
But that's the worst stress, Paul.
It is. So the doctor said, he goes, the first question he asked me, he goes, what line of work do you do? I said, well, I did this and this. He goes, so are you stressed? I'm like, I just told you what I do for a living, right? So I'm sure everybody's stressed.
Yeah.
But then I said, at my age, like, what is this? Why am I getting this? Because it usually happens in 60, 70, 80-year-olds, right? Or 50 and up.
Yeah.
And he said, believe it or not, with all the stuff going on in the world now, younger people are getting this more often now.
Yeah.
That's what kind of like, he's like 40 and under usually don't get it. 50 and over, it's a little bit, 60, 70. The older you get, the more chances you're going to get this thing, okay? And then it hurts like hell when you're older because you can't take certain things. But like, it's everything that's going on, like the social media, the constant, like, nobody really knows what they want to do. Yeah. Right? No purpose kind of thing. Yeah. They're stressed out for simple things. They can't handle like what we can handle, what our parents could handle. Yeah. It's just we're getting like too soft, I guess, in the world.
Okay,
possibly.
Is it soft? I was thinking about this today, and I was like, because we're doing this whole thing at school where I'm getting the students to like you record what they eat so that they can do some self-reflection, right, and stuff like that, right? And what I was thinking about is like, when we were younger, I don't think we ate as bad as the kids eat now.
Everything's processed now.
Yeah. So
a
lot.
Okay.
So like I'm trying to put this into perspective, right? Like so like we didn't eat as bad as the kids do now, and we weren't exposed to the same amounts of like radiation. We weren't exposed to the same amounts of like technology to like whatever. And when you think about it though, our age group, like a lot of people, even though they weren't exposed to all these things, are like, getting sick, there's cancers, whatever. So what's going to happen to the next generations?
You know what it is?
It's kind of scary.
Even the doctor had said to me, he's like, stress causes the majority of the diseases and viruses in your body. Yeah. Not the viruses, but the things that happen, your bodily ailments, are stress. Yeah. It's what it is. It stems from that, and then it
blurred
inflates.
vision for a month.
Yeah, see? There you go.
Why? Because the guy says you're stressed.
Stress.
Yeah, he's like, you have water in your retina.
It's like, the problem is this. I told the guy, I said, what are we supposed to do? Not do anything? That's more stressful.
Yeah,
right?
What? Sorry?
That's more stressful.
What's more stressful?
Not doing anything.
No, it's not about not doing anything. It's the balance.
It's balance, but it's also looking at things a certain way. Perspective.
Yeah.
Like, you're the only one who can react a certain way to something, right? Yeah. But, really outside things, you don't have to let them affect you.
No.
But it's easier said than done.
Yes, of course.
Because when shit's hitting the fan, you're like, okay, you're going to get stressed out. And you don't even think about it. It's subconscious.
Yes.
Right? So, and these
you
things happen.
You can consciously try not to be stressful.
No, but it's going to stress you out.
No, I mean...
This episode is about stress.
But okay. So
like,
so we did a mental health unit at school, right? We talk about controllable stress and stress you can't control.
Right.
Right? So I think when we're talking about managing your stress levels, you got to manage what you can control.
Correct.
Right? So the aspects you can control is sleep, for example.
You can, but sometimes you don't sleep well because of what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you have more control over that aspect.
That's true.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Like if something's affecting your sleep, that's different. But if you are going out of your way and not going to sleep, whereas you could purposely find ways to go to sleep earlier, that's different. Or shutting down the technology.
The tech is a big thing.
Yeah.
Like now I just keep my phone away.
Yeah.
I try not to look at it too much.
Yeah.
It's just so addictive, right?
It is.
You know, you want to look at what's going on. Am I going to miss something? I miss a notification. You want to answer the notification. But it's like.
But what notifications did our parents miss?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Right. Were they stressed out? Probably, but.
In other ways.
I don't know. I read something about like depression, anxiety.
Yeah.
Compared to 50 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's like there was none. Okay, there was, but there was none. Like they just worked.
Yeah.
Like with physical work.
Yeah.
And there was something, I forgot what study it was, but they said that's why there was less stress because of the physical work and constantly doing something.
Yeah.
You got to move. You got to do something. Be active. You got to work towards something.
Yeah.
And then people were better in terms of their stress levels, right?
Yeah.
Now we do less and less and less, and we're more stressed.
Yeah.
We have access to everything, but yet we're more stressed and anxious.
Yeah.
It's crazy. What's going to happen in 10 years, 20 years?
But when does this cycle end?
I don't know. It's just going to keep growing. Look at AI now. You don't have to do anything. We could write this whole podcast episode through AI. Just write me a script for an episode of this with these criteria.
That's
and
stupid,
it will write it out. I swear it does.
I know, but it's stupid.
It's stupid. People are going to think less and less and do less and less. And then what?
So humans are like, take over robots.
They're going to be obsolete.
Yeah, take over robots.
Yeah, right?
Right?
It's freaking crazy. But I don't know.
Again, we have to have an episode on conspiracy theories.
That's right. Just said that.
Yeah.
But it's true, right? I don't know. We should honestly. That'll be a good episode.
No, it will be.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna
be a lot of stuff.
Since they're showing up on all my feeds.
Yeah.
I'll write some of them down, and I'm gonna say, Paul, have you heard of this one? Have
you
heard
should
of this
do
one?
that. Yeah.
Because honestly, it's a disaster.
Yeah. No, it's
But the people that are the most stressed are the ones that are reading about the conspiracy theories.
Yeah, I know. They're making themselves more stressed.
Yeah. Because honestly, I'm just on my on Twitter. I'm trying to see what happened in the basketball game last night.
Yeah.
I don't follow stupidity on Twitter on purpose because I don't want to, right? And then what happens? I get this random thing. I hope you're ready because we're all gonna die.
Yeah, right.
That's gonna stress you out.
Yeah, no, that's a little bit much, right?
Yeah.
So, but there's just a lot of things, and hence the shingles.
Yeah. Hence the shingles.
But it's not fun because it's been I would say almost 2 months, and I still feel the numbness.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, it's I don't know what it is, but so this comes up to my next thing. So I still feel this thing.
Yeah. And
a little bit red still, whatever. And I was watching, there you go, on social media.
Yeah.
And it was showing something about medical medium.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a guy who shows about all diet can solve everything, basically.
Yeah.
Types of diets, cleansing, and all that stuff. So he wrote something about this is another nerve thing. It's called trigeminal neuralgia. So it happens in your jaw.
Yeah.
Right, where it's your jaw's sensitive and it's hard to chew. It gets inflamed. Basically, inflammation in your nervous system somehow, right, or your joints or whatever. So he said you got to give up dairy.
All right.
And gluten.
All right.
And eggs.
All right.
So now you're thinking that eggs are dairy.
No.
So eggs, dairy, and gluten. It specifically says eggs and dairy. I thought eggs were dairy, but apparently
they're not.
They're not. They're poultry.
Yeah, because they're chickens.
They're chicken. So like my wife said, they're chicken.
They're unhatched chickens.
Right.
Yeah.
And I agree with her.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird, but anyways, so they're chicken.
Yeah.
Eggs are chicken.
So where are we going with this? So you have to.
So eggs, dairy, and things. So if you do that, it will apparently reduce the inflammation.
Yeah.
And clear out any toxins, because there's toxins that occur with all these items.
Yep.
And then it should reduce the inflammation and the redness, whatever. So I've been trying that
That's for your skin too, in general.
For your skin in
Everyone
general.
says
So,
it.
yeah,
a lot of dairy,
it's true, though.
dairy causes a lot of skin issues.
Yeah, and so I've been doing it for the last 3 days.
Yeah.
I'm starving.
Yeah.
Number one, because I don't know what to eat anymore.
Yeah.
I had to go back. I wasn't eating any bread or pasta or not, but then I went back to bread because I'm like, what am I gonna eat?
Okay, so that's the problem.
It's like you can't eat anything.
So Paul,
I was eating chicken and salad for 2 days.
When I'm hungry and I want to eat something, I get a Built Bar. Okay, I brought one for you.
But is there the
okay?
Is there
this was
dairy
my
in
surprise for you for tonight.
Very nice.
Because
I like that. It's built.
Paul works out a lot.
I do.
And
so
I gotten him Built Bars before. These are the best protein bars.
Well, see, this leads up to that now.
Yeah.
So because I'm starving now, because I don't know what to eat, and I work out all the time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a supplement.
And it's cookie dough chunk.
Damn.
Here.
Let me see. This is not sponsored, but it should be.
But he's gonna bite into it.
Right now?
Yeah, why not?
God. Right now you want me to eat it?
You told me right before we started this podcast that you're hungry.
See, after this, I wanted to eat something.
Yeah, but now you're going
right
to eat the Built Bar.
If there's dairy, gluten, or eggs in here, there's going to be a problem.
Paul,
there's dairy in chocolate.
It's dark chocolate.
Okay, but it's okay. Now I have to pause talking for a second. Let me try it.
Yeah. It's so good.
Oh, that's good, man.
I know.
Oh my God. Built chunk cookie dough.
Yeah. I just got it. I got it yesterday. That's why I'm like, I got to bring Paul a Built Bar. We're gonna send them a clip of this because they're always asking for like reviews and stuff, so we can tell them. Right on. It was a live review.
Honestly, that's one of the best ones I've tasted.
It's good. It's really good.
I'm not just saying that. It's really good.
No, it really is. Yeah. That's why I ordered 2 boxes. The problem with these Built Bars is that once I got Paul Built Bars, and like he called me up, he's like, I had like 4 of them.
It's bad.
Because he's eating them like...
They're good, but it's bad. No, because I'm like, I need a snack. I need a Built Bar.
Yeah.
I need a snack. I need a Built Bar.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's good, eh?
Yeah.
Wow. So
anyway, sorry for getting you off track. Just
but that was it, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's you cleanse your system, and you're supposed to heal you.
Yeah.
Now, I can't do this long term. How am I going to do this?
I know. But okay, but what I'm trying to say is that, are you just like, I know the way you are, right? Like, you're not happy that something isn't going as quickly as it should be. 100%. And so you're trying to expedite the situation.
Right. So I'm not eating anything.
Without eating anything, though, is an extreme.
My type of body type, my body type, if I don't eat all day, I will lose pounds.
Yeah,
quickly.
I know that you've always been like
so
that.
I think I've lost like 3-4 pounds in the last 3 days, just because I would eat eggs every morning.
Yes, we know.
Then I would go for lunch. Yeah, right. That was on what episode? Anyways, my eggs every morning, at least 3.
Yeah.
Right, 3 or 4, and then at lunch sometimes I'll have eggs, bacon and eggs, because we'll go out to a local restaurant.
But the thing that's the most confusing about this is that someone who consumes this many eggs doesn't know it's poultry.
Hey, listen, I thought it was dairy.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, like, how can you like cleanse your system?
Yeah.
And not eat that? Like, we've grew up eating that stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Pasta, pizza, bread, cold cuts. What else?
Yeah.
Right?
Cold cuts are the worst.
Eggs, everything.
Yeah.
So cold cuts are the worst.
Yeah, they are.
They're so bad for you, but it's like you eat it because it's there. So now to transition for like dry chicken with nothing on it.
Yeah.
And like I showed a picture on my Instagram on a story. I had a tuna salad for dinner.
Yeah.
Like, I'm disintegrating, Joe.
I feel like
what do I
I feel like
but okay,
I feel like if you're eating tuna salad for dinner, you shouldn't be telling anyone.
Yeah, see, that's so I put 2 cans of tuna.
Yeah.
But the point is this: it's been going down quicker. Now it could be in my mind.
Yeah,
because
it's a placebo effect.
It's a placebo. That's what I said.
Yeah,
that's what I said yesterday to my wife. But I'm like, is it or is it actually working? I don't think 2 days of doing this.
What I'm trying to say is that
helps.
At what cost?
Of starvation.
No, but I'm just saying, like, wasn't it gonna go away soon anyways? Like, it's just that it needs time.
I think if you just eat natural foods, whole foods like eggs, okay, bread is refined.
Yeah.
But like we eat like a different kind of bread sometimes.
Yes,
like
we do too.
Like a rye bread that's not like organic rye
Yeah.
bread, let's say, whatever. Or like pasta. Okay, you know, how can you not eat pasta once in a while?
Yeah.
Or you just eat whatever the hell you want, and just don't eat processed crap.
Yeah, which is hard.
Like
Yeah.
like I don't know, whatever, egg McMuffins. You
Yeah.
know, stuff like that.
Already, just by not eating out, you're cutting it a lot. Right?
Yeah,
But
or
that's
go to
hard.
if you're going to a restaurant, as I do
Yeah.
often, to eat at a restaurant that's like a chef makes it. Let's say if you can. When you order out, like we order to the office a lot, Uber Eats, whatever. It's all freaking processed, man.
Yeah.
Like today we had okay, this I think was different. We had California sandwiches.
Oh
right?
my god, that's so funny because.
Yeah.
And you ordered it like
Today.
yesterday? Yeah, because I was just talking to Alfredo and just like, I just Uber Eats and I got a California sandwich.
Yeah, so we ordered a sandwich, but that's like, I find that that's natural food. It's not. They don't process it anyway, do they?
No, I mean,
I don't know.
What you have? What kind of sandwich you have?
I had a steak sandwich. There was no sauce. Steak, peppers, onions, and mushrooms.
Not breaded, no sauce.
No breaded, no sauce. The problem is the bread.
The bread is like
It's a massive piece of bread.
Yeah, it's got like
It's sponge. It's
sponge,
like 3 inches thick on the top and the bottom.
because I'm assuming you didn't get the mini.
No, they're probably like a good
they're big.
6.5 inches.
Yeah.
Maybe 8
Yeah,
of bread.
yeah.
And I had a few fries. That's the problem.
A few what?
Fries.
Fries?
Yeah. Because
They have fries there?
They have fries there.
I didn't know that.
And you know what? They're so good. It's like the fries with the stuff on it, like
What, like?
it's like a crust on it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Damn,
it's
so
like
good.
they probably put some Parmesan or something on it.
which is dairy.
Yeah, that's what they did.
But it's just like when I'm at the office or work in general, like, what do you eat
I know.
to do this, right? So I don't know. It's just it's a balance, right?
I eat the same damn thing every day.
Radishes, eye.
Paul.
What else? Avocado toast.
No, I don't even have that anymore because
Really?
I don't. In the morning I don't eat. I don't eat until
you're fasting,
Yeah,
right?
I'm fasting until like 10:30.
So I tried the fasting. Like I tried on and off, but like you know, other people might say, "Oh yeah, I'm not like that," but I don't need the fasting.
No, you don't.
I'll disintegrate.
Yeah,
It's bad to say.
yeah.
But it's like I tried it. I'm like, yeah, let me try. I am so starving by 11 o'clock, 12
See,
o'clock.
I'm not anymore. So
Well, you got used to it then.
As long as I'm having my coffee,
Yeah, then it's
I'm
okay.
fine.
See, so when you do the fasting, don't you find you substitute it with like, if you can drink coffee and stuff? I had like 50 coffees.
50. I did my coffee intake is a lot more though.
It goes a lot. Yeah, because you're like, okay, it's a habit.
bad.
So when I was doing the fasting over the last week, let's say, or a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
I would have 3 coffees before I left the house, espresso. But that's not good, man.
So I'm having, I have 8-ounce coffee before I leave.
Damn.
And then I sip 18 ounces throughout the day.
18 ounces. Holy crap. What? Okay, but it's mostly water with
coffee.
dirty coffee. With dirty water.
It's like from Keurig.
Oh, man. 18 ounces?
18 plus 8.
That's a lot of ounces.
26
ounces.
But like from like 5 in the morning.
I would like to see what kind of mug you have.
From 5.
That's huge. What kind of 26 ounces of coffee a day?
No, but
Are you crazy?
Okay, but Paul, I have 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
In a coffee cup.
So we went over this episode. We had an episode about mentioned coffee.
But then I had 18 in my carry.
When do you finish that?
It takes me until 3:30.
Damn. So I know another guy that does that. A friend of mine.
Yeah.
He sips coffee throughout the day.
Yeah, so do
in
I.
a mug, like
yeah. Mine's big. It's
about a foot high.
It's
10 inches high.
No,
Yeti?
that name brand there.
Yeti.
Yeah, it's a Yeti.
Yeti.
Yeah, we're all about sponsors
It's
too.
good, Brad. Brought to you by.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know, man. It's like all these freaking diets and all
But
that.
okay, so I guess my point is that so you got this rash. You're not happy with the speed that it's being removed.
Yeah, so I trying to. It's only been a few days.
Yeah.
The problem is I can't do it. Like today, I had California sandwiches. I can't do it.
But what's gonna happen is you're gonna stress yourself out and get more
Exactly.
rash.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And people said that to me too at the office. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And they're like, you're stressed out.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm stressed out. Right. So the whole point is that over the last 9.5 months since the last podcast, And we just recorded another one.
Yeah.
Podcast 19. It's just a lot of things have happened. Obviously, everyday life and things go on. And, a lot... It just made me realize that a lot can happen in like 9 some odd months. Like we said in the previous episode, babies could be born
7
in 9 months.
A lot can happen in 7 seconds.
Yeah, that's true too.
Right? Like I told you the other day about how I almost got hit by a bus.
Tell me the story again.
Yeah, I almost got hit by a bus.
That's crazy.
I was losing my mind. I was driving. I was making a right onto a street. And then a guy in a bus, it was like a tour bus, ran a red light, came top speed at me, and I got off the side of the road as quickly as I could, jumped the curb, got out of the way. Honestly, like they say, your life flashes before. Yeah, I felt like, oh my God, if I had been distracted even just a little bit, and I'm not talking because I usually don't do things to distract me when I'm driving, but like let's say even like the simplest thing, like just like clicking next on the music button like whatever, that could have been my life done, because there's no way that I would have survived that bus was going top speed through a red, and it would have just barreled through my car.
What the hell was that guy doing?
But and the thing is and that's what I'm saying, so I had to calm myself down.
Yeah, that's usually because it's like a shock.
That night, even I was talking to Josie. I was like, "Oh my God,
rattles
I calm myself down."
Yeah,
right. And like I said, I just happened to be watching the first episode of 7 Seconds, which is a show on Netflix about a guy who was distracted and he hit a boy that was riding his bike.
Yeah, that's great.
Right? It's messed up, right?
It's on Netflix. I don't know if I've seen
you gotta watch it, Paul. It's pretty good. So
I
far, I
don't
watched the first 2 episodes. It looks good.
I was watching that show, Obliterated.
I can't even take something like that seriously.
It's a little bit graphic, a little bit.
If I saw the word obliterate, I'd be next.
It's not PG-13. It's like 18 plus, but it was like it's pretty good. It's action, right?
You got to come up with a better name than Obliterated.
I didn't come up with that name.
That's the name of the episode. I know you didn't, but I'm saying like I can't respect the show because someone could have.
To be honest, when I first saw the title, I'm like, this is gonna be crap.
Yeah,
but it was pretty good.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's just it's like a year's passed already almost.
But what are you?
It's crazy.
So what are you doing actively to try to de-stress?
Working out.
That's the thing. Eh?
I do it every day.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do.
If I miss like, and because of the shingles, before I couldn't exercise, but then when I started again and was getting better, it makes you tired. So it's harder for me to exercise. So I'll only do like a few things.
Yeah.
And it's like to work out in the morning now, it's like really tough because I'm like, I don't sleep well at night because of this thing.
Yeah.
Because you always shift around. But that's basically the only thing, man. Because it's like when you're doing like push-ups or sit-ups or chair or a bike or whatever, it's like, okay. But then the rest of the day catches up.
Have you tried just
meditating?
Going for a walk outside?
You know what? We take the dogs for a walk once in a while.
Yeah.
And it feels better. But the dogs stress you out. You got to go by yourself.
That's what I'm saying. Like
in nature, outside.
When I go with Milo in the morning, and it's like 4:45.
Yeah.
Nobody's around except for the skunks.
The skunks and the coyotes.
Like no, but now that for the most part we haven't seen any of these random animals.
Yeah.
Like because the dog, there's not many cars out, there's not people, whatever. It's a calm walk.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about him jumping at a squirrel or something like that.
Yeah.
Like it's a calm walk. My day is so much better.
Yeah.
Because I got fresh air in the morning.
When you start your day out like that, you're awake. After. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
We've said that before too in another episode.
And finding those quiet moments.
Yeah, it's true.
That's hard.
I know. Because first thing in the morning, what do you want to do? Pick up your phone. Look at your phone. Right?
And when you pick up your phone, it tells you what the first thing you do on your phone is.
That's right.
It tells you.
Like
mine tells me that I turn off my alarm. Because I have a backup alarm on my phone in case my regular alarm, whatever. So the first thing I do is always go to the alarm and turn off the alarm so it doesn't make a noise. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So it knows that.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of things, man, that we do that are just like, I'm glad we started this again to catch up.
Yeah.
Because it's been 9.5+ months.
Yeah.
And, I think we caught up a little bit more.
Yeah.
We got to watch the last episode though, because Joe catches us up and we talk about a lot of funny things.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
And then this one too.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's pretty much been it.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, nothing. You go to work, you come home, you do whatever. I have a lot of Christmas parties coming up.
Yeah.
And it's like, honestly, like the last few weeks, I think every other day I've had something. Like it's for work, right?
Yeah.
You go and they're all downtown. You gotta. Yeah. Well, the last Christmas party was at the other end of town, like an hour east.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. You get home, it's late, and it's a work day. The next day, it's like, okay, right. So a lot of things happening, and then I think I have like 5 of them in the next week. But I'm not. We have our company one.
That's messed up.
And then next week is like 3 of them.
Yeah.
It's like,
like
and then Christmas, and then oh my god. That's
and
why I'm stressed.
Well, that's
why
thing,
the stress
right?
happens.
And the thing is that like I know sometimes it's like rinse repeat.
It's the same thing, and you're like, okay, another party, yay.
Yeah.
Okay, now what?
Yeah.
Next, right? Like, how many of those can you go to?
Problem. We did a whole episode on that.
It is, and the thing is, like, everybody wants to. They feel obligated to have the party.
Yeah.
So then you feel obligated to go to the party.
Yeah.
Right. When it's like, you just want to stay home sometimes. Watch Netflix, watch TV.
Yeah. Do nothing.
Do nothing, right?
Yeah.
Make a podcast.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and that's the thing, right? This is for me doing something like this is relaxing.
It is relaxing. We're chilling out. We're having fun. Because it's a bit hot in here. I'm sweating a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because we both put hoodies on.
We put hoodies on, and I cranked the heat in the room here. Yeah. But
I got this hoodie from.
I could tell Under Armour.
Under Armour.
Yeah.
Because that's my store now.
That's your store.
Yeah, that's where I go get my stuff.
I don't know what. I think it's an old name.
You gotta go to those outlets, Paul.
Tanger
I
outlets.
keep telling Paul to go to Tanger outlets.
Every time you go there, you come back with a garbage bag full of stuff.
I know.
It's crazy. It's nuts.
It's good.
They're all on sale.
So that was most of the stuff you wanted to get to today?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's just like, we went through all the seasons, like I said.
Yeah.
And just a bunch of work stuff. And I guess nothing that fantastical happened.
Well, I mean, the thing that's kind of messed up, though, if you think about it, is that the last time we did this episode in February, okay, like if you would have told me that I would be in a new house and it's being renovated,
that's nuts,
I would be like, what are you talking about?
So see how much time, just a little bit of time. It's nothing really.
Yeah.
8-9 months.
Yeah.
And it was even like a few months ago too.
Yeah.
A couple months ago.
Yeah.
So it was like a few months. That's it.
Yeah.
New house, new renovation, moved in. Like a lot can happen in 5-6 months.
I know.
That's crazy, right?
It is crazy.
It's a lifetime.
I know.
And it feels like it was just around Christmas time yesterday.
Yeah.
Right? Like when it was last year, it was like boom, blink of an eye, you're here.
Yeah.
That's nuts, right?
Yeah. There's just like
and we did all these things.
There's like random like thing. The time's going so fast.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right? Like I last we do this breakfast thing like with us and me, you, and Tom with the families, right? And like I remember like the last time we did it, like I was saying to you guys, I think we're gonna move.
Yeah, right. It's crazy.
Yeah, and now we're doing the next one, and we're moved.
And you moved.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts, man.
Like, yeah.
I don't know. It feels like yesterday.
Yeah.
It's nuts, man.
Yeah. So
that's what it is.
So Paul, this episode we titled it "Paul Tells Us All."
There you go.
But
hopefully, I told everybody everything.
You forgot to tell us one thing.
What's that?
Paul, you gotta tell the audience that they gotta hit the like and the follow buttons for this podcast.
Hit the like and follow.
Because it makes subscribe. A difference. Maybe even review.
Comment.
Maybe even tell someone about us.
That's right.
Anyways, as always, we thank you for losing yourself in our conversations. And until next time, I'm Joel.
I'm Paul.
See ya.